Alright, so here's what we know. A few days ago, big tech social media such as Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify simultaneously removed Alex Jones in what appeared to be a coordinated effort, which at least reeks of conspiracy and at most may constitute a violation of the RICO Act. But other videos have done a better job of covering that issue. So I'm going to focus on a fresh insult to liberty. Since the beginning of the Alex Jones thing, much indignation has been expressed online, and there had been an exodus to the smaller alt-tech media sites like BitChute, Gab, and Minds. This was a healthy market action, of which I approved. If YouTube didn't want to offer us the product we wanted, then we would just go elsewhere. But it appears that the censorship faction has begun employing even more sinister methods to silence the free expression of ideas online. The shot caller over at Gab has recently received this edict from Microsoft Azure, demanding that he take action on two specific honks, I guess they're called honks on his website, or they would eject the website from their servers. Now let that sink in. Let's just read a little bit of what it said. The hosting provider, Azure, 48 hours, here down in the red. Failure to respond to this complaint within 2 business days or continued violation of the Microsoft Azure acceptable use policy may result in the suspension of your deployment or deployments. Wow. So that's with YouTube, they could at least make the flimsy claim that they were a private company and that it was their private platform and that they could toss Alex Jones, right, at their discretion. But this guy, Andrew Torba, over at Gab, was perfectly willing to let his content creators go nuts. But the company he had contracted with to host his site has delegated the gatekeeping job unto themselves. This all began over 2 honks by a guy named Patrick Little. I did catch a glimpse of those honks before they were deleted, but unfortunately didn't get a screenshot. If anyone here has an archive link, feel free to leave it in the comments section. Here's a picture of Patrick. Well, he's certainly a well-dressed individual. From this, we can sort of, quickly gain a feel for the tone and demeanor of Patrick's message. Let's move on to one of his honks. Like I said, the original 2 offending ones have been deleted, but I think that this is sort of indicative of where Patrick's coming from. So, yeah, it's safe to say that Patrick might not be everyone's cup of tea. It's safe to say that he has a controversial viewpoint, but he hasn't violated the terms of Gab's service, as far as I can see. It appears Andrew Torba and Patrick have had a few convos. This honk from Andrew here is kind of a shitty tone to it. Sounds kind of panicked, which I suppose is understandable if he's going to lose his website, which he's seen probably experience remarkable growth in the last few days as a result of this Alex Jones thing. And if all of a sudden Microsoft is going to nuke him from space, I guess I would be a little panicked too. So, I've gone through Patrick Little's account, and I eventually, I found a lot of interesting stuff. Here he states that he's going to go ahead and delete him. Though he doesn't feel that it's fair, and I have to agree with him. Whether he did or not, or whether Andrew Torba ultimately did it, I'm still not sure about that. What is clear is that Microsoft Azure has gotten what it wants, but I don't think that'll be the end of it. If I were a wagering man, I'd bet that many of the other alt-tech sites that we have all been collectively migrating to in the last few days are vulnerable to this especially odious type of policy manipulation as well. It's like the layers of an onion. If the web hosting companies don't engage in coercion of the websites themselves, then perhaps the banks holding the loans the web host company used to buy their servers will exert their influence. I have a bad feeling that we may soon see this tactic being used here on BitChute. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. For no cash value, this is Cash. Maintain vigilance.